All right. Day 8, Sunday morning. I got my hair exactly where I want it. I wanted exhausted cone head was the was what I was hoping for. In today's meditation, I thought, can I get exhausted cone head looking hair? And here we are. Wow, look at that. That looks crazy. I'll get a haircut soon. And then it'll look like this, but a little lower. Which thing do I want to talk about? Because I really did have maybe 500 revelations in the last 24 hours. So many things. I can't believe how much my life, first of all, is discovering all these things about me now, like on such a higher, faster level. Because when you close your eyes and you meditate, some people go, well, I had someone say once, well, I like to do like a walking meditation, walk down the street. That's great, but obviously your attention's divided up between inside and outside because you're still looking around and making sure you're alive. So sometimes I'll think, well, I'm driving. Is this meditation? No, I'm driving. I'm focused on outside. In fact, all of my focus with my eyes is outside. So I'm always, okay, I got to turn left here, and who's this person and stuff. So that really does stop you from really getting to see what's inside. And when you close your eyes and you stay there you do an hour and then another hour later, or whatever, however you do it. I mean, I really like to go, I don't know, I probably did an hour, then I fell asleep, then I did about a half an hour, but now at night I'm adding a good, I don't know, hour to 2 hours. I find myself always wanting to do this now because what happens is when I close my eyes and I just sit and allow, man, it goes so deep into my body and it identifies things so deeply that are something that I thought was true, but turned out to not be true about me. So that means that yesterday I was doing something from a thing that I thought was true about me, but wasn't. So it'd be like if you had this lie about you that, let's see, would be an obvious example. Like, I want mom to love me. Let's say that's a lie that you're living from. You need mom to love me. Okay. So picture that being like a piece of gum and it being like a piece of gum that's stuck somewhere on the inside of your body. And that's what's running every decision because your underlying intention, the deepest you know about yourself is you want to get mom's love. So this thing is in you. Well, when you close your eyes and meditate, because before that, when this thing's in you, every decision you make is just what will get mom's love. And for me, I know for years, it wasn't just mom. It was like, okay, well, I'll get mom's love through girlfriends. I'll get mom's love through audiences. Like if I can't get mom to say I'm proud of me at the exact time that I've decided that she should, I'll take 300 strangers a night, needing that approval. That's the hole that we all have in us, trying to get someone's approval or attention or whatever. So let's say that's like a wad in my body, and it's just this big painful thing, this wad in my body that's what is running every decision. It's like that's the commander-in-chief inside my decision making. It's just this thing, well, we'll get love, we'll get love, we'll get love. And I don't know any deeper than that. Well, when I close my eyes, my searching gets so deep in my body that eventually it finds this and it looks at it and goes, wait, so because before that, when you meditate, you're going, well, when I meditate right, will I get mom's love? Will I get people to love me? Will I get, affection? Will I get the right girlfriend? Will people be proud of me? And then you start doing it long enough and you go, who's talking? Who the hell's saying that? Who's saying, will I get that love? Who's saying, will I get that person to like me? Who is that? And then you start to look at it and you start to question the voice that yesterday was in total command of every decision you made. You start looking at it and going, who are you? And you look at the thing that's like running the control of your body and you're like, who are you? And it's like, I'm Kyle. And you're like, no, you're not. You're someone who has been posing as Kyle for years and been running the show, but I don't know that I believe you're supposed to be the leader here. You're supposed to be making all the decisions. And it's this voice go, no, trust me, we need to make this decision because we want to get mom's love. We want to get people to say good job. We want people to be proud of us. And you're sitting there looking at it this is what closing your eyes like starts to really question every single thing. And then finally, eventually, it's like, you're not real. And then the second you identify that that voice isn't true, it gets out of the driver's seat. And now the person who found that wasn't real is suddenly driving. Okay. And then eventually it becomes a lie. It goes, yeah, we got it. Well, we found that voice, so we can find anything. We got to find anything. We need to find anything. And then a new you comes in and goes, who the hell are you? Why do we got to find everything? And it's like, well, I found the lie earlier, so now I run the show. It's like, no, you don't. And you start to identify all these things. And the second you identify them and you let go of them, you start to be so much more connected to yourself. And by the way, all those little decisions are what makes addictions. What the deepest thing in you is getting someone's affection, someone proud of you. Well, that's, going to make you, for instance, eat food your body doesn't necessarily want to eat when you're with a bunch of friends. Like, you notice how much you'll eat worse food when you're with friends? Well, if you're eating it, I will. How many times have you heard someone say that? What are you getting? In other words, when people go to a restaurant, right? They go, are you guys ready to order? And they'll look at you. What are you ready to order? And then the friend will look at their friend and go, what are you getting? Meaning, I'm not going to listen to what my body wants. I'm going to do what you want because then I have a connection to you, because then I can feel love and connection through you. So I won't feel any connection to myself. I'll feel it all through you. That's why that's a reason out of billions of reasons why we do things addictively and we don't listen to our body. When I close my eyes for 2 hours a day, I identify all of those lies, because now if I went to lunch with a friend and said, what are you getting? I would see how crazy that is. I can identify how insane that is. And I would go, what do I want? What do I want to eat? What sounds good? And what sounds good egoically, what would fill the hole, but now that the hole has been identified and removed, what does my body want to eat? So I notice myself really craving and connecting with my body on total new levels and making decisions that aren't nearly as addictive, aren't nearly moving from that lie. So that's what's going on just from choosing to do this 2 hours a day every day. It's so fun if you let go of the results and you just go on the journey and you be the journey, because I get so many surprise results by doing this. So that's day 8. I don't know what to call it yet, but identifying all the lies. Lie-dentifying. I'll call it that. All right, day 8.